Maybe I have time.
Welcome, race fans. Let's see here. Welcome, race fans. This is Ron with Big Wizard TV. We are here with Last Man Standing Motorsports, and we've got some Nürburgring action for you tonight. We're running the GTE series at Nürburgring. This is going to be good. We got about 8-10 drivers out there so far. Looks like we're having a little trouble staying on the track, as you can see by the images on the screen. There's fast, and then there's really fast. Myself, Mooney, Julian, and Jeff are all fairly close together. And then there's Morgan. There's a rocket ship out there flying. Joe's still trying to lock down a lap. Gary is trying to lock down a lap. Dave came in late. He is trying to get one as well. See how this thing goes. Jeff's got a new car. And there goes Morgan around. So the speed does kill. He has to get it back together and try it again. So out comes Mooney out of the pits. We are at race number halfway, whatever halfway is. I think it's race number 12. So race number 12 at Nürburgring. We have a 24 race season this year. This is the halfway point of the season and the final race for the IndyCar. If anyone wants to run it, this is your last chance. So, but we've got 10 cars so far out on track. Nürburgring is a very large track. So hopefully if you can get out there and get a good lap on your own and be by yourself and run clean, you'll get a good time tonight and finish where you started, I hope. We'll see how it goes. We've got qualifying coming up here in about 10 more minutes, so we'll leave you here to the wolves. Let you watch what's going on. For the sponsors, we'll leave everything open here in the Big Wizard TV chat room. So nice and quiet on the audio. I'll jump in and give you some updates. But with 170 some odd corners on this track, as you can see by the screen on the top left of the screen, it's not going to be easy to be announcing all the time and talking all the time, as I'll be driving and trying not to hit the wall, like as you see lots of people are already doing. So big thanks out to our sponsors. Grandpa'sKitchen.com is main primary sponsor for the GTE series here at Last Man Standing Motorsports. Grandpa's Kitchen, home of gluten-free products. They make flours and kits and recipes and all kinds of good stuff that your celiac needs. They are excellent products and an excellent company. Grandpa's Kitchen, check them out. Also, Stair Fittings Incorporated, stairfittings.com. They have lots and lots of high quality stair parts, trim, moldings, other quality woodworking products. Check those guys out. Handrails, custom woodwork, lots of good stuff out there. So big thanks and a big shout out to Stair Fittings Incorporated. Big Wizard TV brings you the action tonight. This is iRacing action. iRacing is our host tonight. This is Last Man Standing Motorsports is an iRacing digital racing league. So this is a simulator, and we've got 10 drivers, like I said, in the simulator from all over the country. We've got people from Ohio, Utah, South Carolina, Alabama, and beyond. I'm not sure where the rest of them are. But, there's a few more out there. I know 3 of them out there from Ohio. We are missing our points leader in IndyCar tonight, but the points leader in GTE and second spot in GTE are on track. That would be Morgan Teggy and Julian Lockwood. We could probably hit the points real quick. I think I have a few more minutes. I can't really get a lap in anyway. So if the points have been updated, which I believe they have. Morgan Tegge's out front. 12 points behind is Julian Lockwood, then Michael Mooney. Paul Allen, who's not on tonight. Brett Elder had to bow out. Sean Williams is trying to move up. He's on the track. Todd Schwartz, Tyler Greger, Jeff Wyatt, Tim Allman, all in the top 10. Joe Fierro, Gary Beal, also there in the top 15 for the points. And that's pretty much everybody we got out there tonight. I have not been racing in the GTEs, so I've been racing in the IndyCars. I'm currently second in points in the IndyCar series. IndyCars will end this week. It's the last week for them. Our leader, Brandon Dooley, is not on track tonight. Hopefully he's out there watching, catching us on the stream if he can. I know he's got some things going on this week and was not able to attend. So hopefully he'll be able to watch the replay, check out the race, see all the action. We're going to go flag to flag here. Qualifying starts in about 7.5 minutes. We'll show you flag to flag action from the iRacing point of view. This is set up as a broadcasted race with iRacing most exciting driver as the camera view. We've got it running on TV1 view, and iRacing will switch based on what it believes is the most exciting person or pair of drivers on the track. So you might get a fast lap car, you might get a couple of cars that are battling. Hopefully the action will be good. Keep it close for you and move it around so you see it. All right, well, again, thanks for watching. This is Ron with Big Wizard TV. We're going to let you go here. I'm going to jump down and get in my car, and I'll pop up into the booth here at the end of practice, and we'll see you guys in a few. Enjoy the racing. And let me get I got to change my ads. I knew there was something wrong with the ads. Here we go. There we go. That should be better. There's our grandpaskitchen.com logo right there on the bottom. Grandpa's Kitchen, gluten-free products since 2007. Check them out, grandpaskitchen.com. Welcome, welcome, race fans. This is Ron once again. We are at the Nürburgring on the Nordschleife, and we're in some qualifying now. We're going to see how this new setup I just got for the car works. Seems to roll through the beginning pretty good. Everybody's kind of out together, 3 seconds apart, 6 seconds apart. See how it goes on the outlap. Sometimes we don't all make it around on the outlap. Sometimes people push too hard on the outlap. But it's all good, it's just an outlap.
Okay,
I'm going to let you go, Mooney. It's an outlap. I'm not pushing.
Well, thank you. I wasn't either.
So Nürburgring, as you can see from the racing action, is a big pile of corners. It's actually a big mountain of corners. This is in the Eifel Mountains in Eifel, Germany. And it's somewhere, it varies on what you call a corner. Some people, but if you count every one of the little kinks and every one of the little turns, then it's somewhere in the 150 to 170 corner range. It is about 14 miles around, so it will keep you on your toes. It's definitely hard to master, hard to memorize, and hard to race. So you'll see a lot of guys hitting the wall throughout the race. We do have a couple fast repairs tonight, so that should help. Morgan being our points leader, and then Julian being P2 in the points, are going to be up near the front trying to battle it out. Julian will also most likely be trying to get his 0x so he can get the extra 5 bonus points. And we'll see where everybody else drops and falls. 0x gets you an extra 5 points. I've been running in the IndyCar all season so far, so I don't have a lot of laps on the GTE. I think I only did one race, and that was prior to the cut, so I was able to move my points over to the IndyCar class. But there's no way for me to win that class with this as being our last race, and there's no way for me to lose second spot. And everybody else is in the GTE, so I'm racing the GTE. Second half of the season, I'll be in the GTE altogether. Points will be back to 0 for me, but that doesn't matter. I don't mind. I'm not going to win anything this season with these guys in here. They're flying. Hopefully, I'll just have a good second half of the season and have some fun. I need to pull off a little bit, change a setting. Hopefully I don't really wreck something here. Okay, should help. Hopefully it'll help not have me clipping so much as I'm talking. I have different sensitivities set on my microphone when I'm racing in the room with the guys and girls due to the feedback and things that come through the mic. But when I'm broadcasting, I like to have it open. Now, I am racing tonight. Obviously, I'm in the car. So if you're hearing me grunt or groan or something like that, it might be because I'm trying to drive. Setup does seem a little better than the one I had. Of course, it was Morgan's who was running 11 seconds faster than. Everybody's pretty well spread out here on the track. Oh, we were. Why Mooney is slowing down before we get to the start. But here we go. Going down the long backstretch, going to hit our lap. It's like Morgan, Gary have started their lap. Julian's up there. Just going across the line now. Todd Schwartz right behind them. Mooney and myself. Followed by Jeff, David. See how it goes. Probably going to be quiet for a little while because it's hard to do this. I'll try to keep the action up as we go. Nobody's got a lap yet. It's going to be another 6 or 6.5 minutes before the lap time starts showing up. When I'm not buried in the corners, I'll mention something. During qualifying, you can't have any 0Xs. Even one incident will nullify your lap time. Up, 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 and that's it. Yeah, bear. Nobody's got a time yet. Our leader just came back in and just left the pits. Leader for practice, anyway. If nobody gets times, we line up by I rating. The I ratings are listed in the little white boxes next to the driver names. So at this point, Morgan would still be out front, followed by Joe. Julian does get a time, 45. So there will be a lineup. Mooney just runs a 6:41. David Burgess, 6:34. So the lap times are coming in, and a few of them are quick. Todd Schwartz puts in a 6:56. through the little twisty bits of the track back here. Hey, how's it going?
I'm being on my best behavior. How are you doing?
Doing all right. Had to go back in after a little too loose.
I saw that. You were on my relative, and I was trying to stay ahead of you, but also catch Todd and catch him in the right spot. And then I saw you not on the relative.
Yep. Just on an out lap, trying to get it in before the end of qualifying.
Okay. Well, I hear from the driver's lobby that there's a little wonder on why there's a fuel amount of just under the amount of time we could run. They're trying to figure out, do I fuel save? Do I drop weight and pit once in a fair spot? I'm hearing strategies mauling in the heads of the drivers down there.
Well, there you go. Sounds like a good night.
It's looking like we'll get 9 full laps in, maybe 10, depending on how quick the fast drivers are and if there's any incidents with them.
Well, it's Nürburgring. There's always a chance for incidents.
There's always a chance for an incident. You don't need much to cause an incident. Top qualifiers, because I know that you're busy and such. David Burgess has done a 634. Joe Ferrero with a 637. Michael Mooney with a 641. Julian Lockwood with a 645, and Todd Schwartz with a 656. Those are times that have been set so far. Sean is out on the track, not sure if he is on a timed lap. Joe is out there in a spot where he could be doing a time lap. Julian's coming down the long straightaway.
Morgan's done.
Yeah. Julian has done. He's increased his time. He has now done a 640.3. He is now sitting in third. Have 3 drivers still out on track. Joe Ferrero trying to better his time. Sean Williams coming up to the carousel. I don't know what the stream is actually watching.
If you switch your camera on your computer to most exciting, it'll tell you.
Probably would, yes. Which would be Sean at the moment. I know that Jeff was a little disappointed. He did his outlap and on the first corner drifted into the grass too much and got an incident X to null his lap, so he pulled over and called it a day right there for qualifying. Joe's in the little carousel there. Coming onto the long straightaway.
I don't think you're live. He's in the middle of the long straight.
All right, well, I'm now live. He's in the middle of the long straight. Still working on that 637.5 to see if he's increasing it. Sean's just going through the little carousel. The most exciting, we're watching Ron Gaivo. Joe does increase his time to a 6:36.7. Sean is on the long stretch. He's taking a sip of his drink, holding on the wheel at 107 miles an hour, going, please go faster. So we watch Gaivo go through the big carousel. And, Sean gets loose on the last chicanes before the straightaway and avoids his lap time. So the last one on the track is Mr. Gaivo. We have 5 lap times in, and while we are pacing along here with Mr. Gaivo, I'm sure he's done it already, but I would like to thank the sponsors of Grandpa's Kitchen for the fine work that they do for helping us broadcast this on Tuesday nights, and the series with Sierra Fittings Incorporated. Wonderful hosts for both of those folks. Group of people at those companies. I can speak, really. I learned how to do it in English.
Well, I will not be in the front. I'll tell you that. But I will also not be in the back.
Well, the interesting thing is we'll have Morgan Teggy, who is a very quick driver, at the back. And we'll have an old guy in the back with Jeff Wyatt.
Well, there's going to be 4 or 5 in the back.
Yeah, without time. Sean Williams is another one without a time.
I think it'll sort them out by iRating, so Gary should be
right.
back. Hey, David.
How are you guys doing?
Just here with Grandpa's Kitchen in the old Last Man Standing GT race.
I was going to race, but I forgot to take my meds when I should have, so by the time I did it, they were too bad, so.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Stopped hurting way too late.
Ron gets a 6:43 for his time. Nice job finishing that off.
That's not bad.
That'll secure him in 5th place.
We can fix that.
No, we can't.
We can.
No, we can't. All right, I'm going to go down and join the
iRacing Cash. I can do anything.
Okay. I'm going down to the lobby with the rest of the drivers, where all the strategies.
Ron, where are you going?
I think he's going to stay here, but I think he just finished and he's running real quick because we only have 1:30 left to grid.
All right. If nothing else, I will see you guys afterwards.
Okay.
I need to talk to both of you anyway.
All right.
All right. Later.
All right. Bathroom break check. Fan on check.
Know?
What's that?
I didn't even know. Michael went, I think that's what he did. You got time tonight after the race?
Should have.
All right, I'm going to get off, and I have to get a couple things done that I've had to put off. So I'm not racing. I can get done real quick.
Okay.
And I will be back. I just need to talk with you two.
Okay.
All right, nothing bad, though.
Well, that's good.
Well, we are getting rid of Michael. You know, he's getting
Ah.
old, and, you know, we're going to put him out the pasture.
It's about time.
I know it. All right, I will talk to you. If I get in so I can watch, I'll help commentate here in a little while.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Catch you later.
Yep, bye.
Well, we are just about to start. Qualifying is done. David Burgess has the pole. Joe Fierro on the outside of the front row. Julian and Mooney have row 2. Myself and Todd Swartz are in row 3. Morgan Teggy, Jeff Wyatt in the back there, with Sean Williams and Gary Beal rounding out on the lap on row 5. That's 10 drivers, 10 in the field, and we are about to go green. We're coming around the last little section of corners right before the start. The truck will be pulling in here any second. And away we go, and this is always exciting. The green comes as a little tiny short shoot here of a straightaway. And we're going through turn 1, and the top 5 at least make it. Cold tires, everybody. Probably best to just let Morgan go. He's going to be up front anyway.
I appreciate that, Ron, because I was not letting off.
Yeah, I kind of figured patience better than crazy.
I took my crazy pills today.
David out front, then the BMW, followed by Joe and Mooney. Then Morgan has moved himself up into 4th already. I'm right behind Julian Lockwood. He is in the Ferrari, and I am also in one of the BMWs tonight. Little gap back to Sean in the 7th position. Quite a bit of action so far. The front 5 and 6 all still really close together. Only 7 seconds separating the top 5, top 6. David will be out there on his horse trying to get away, trying to put a little gap between him and Morgan. It's Morgan fights to get around Mooney right now for the third spot. Mooney will not give that up easily. Work hard to keep that spot. Morgan gets by around through the carousel area. Not really a passing zone, but he made it happen. He said he wasn't letting up and he wasn't slowing down, so looks like he is on one or on the speed cannon tonight. Like Mooney's trimmed his car out to be a little more high speed in the fast bits. Julian was able to catch him in the cornering areas. Let's see what Julian's got on his for long straightaways. As fourth, fifth, and sixth, cruising down the backstretch here. We already have somebody in the pits. That's Sean Williams with a lap one incident. Morgan has managed to get out in front. Joe Fierro has gotten by for P2. David in third. Pretty tight battle here for 5th, so sorry about the lack of commentary. Just kind of cruising here, trying to catch up with Julian. Close enough to use that draft, but it isn't getting me much. Whoa! And he pops out of the carousel, gives me just a breather of space, and I took it up to P5 for this guy. Let's try not to screw it up now that we're in front of him. Plenty of chances here in the twisty bits to cause a problem. Now off to see if Mooney's still within reach for P4. P1 is still our speeder, Morgan Teggy, Joe Fierro in 2nd. David Burgess in 3rd spot, Michael Mooney in 4th. I've gotten into 5th with Julian Lockwood right behind me in 6th. Oh, and Jeff Wyatt has dropped the race. Decided that Nürburgring not for him. Finishes up the day in 10th position after 2 laps of racing. As Jeff posts something in Discord as he gets out of the server. I'm not able to see what that is. I can't read that fast. And drive around Nürburgring. See if I've got anything here in the twisty sections. As Mooney has gone off, giving up P4, possibly damaged the vehicle. We'll see how that goes for him. He manages to stay close, and he can possibly get by with a pit stop strategy. Pretty sure he was going to try, from what he was saying, to run lower fuel and make it out a pit stop. Probably be able to finish this lap and one more, and then have to come in the pits, get some go-go juice to finish this up. Mooney's definitely running near zero downforce. All right, looks like one more time around. We go down the backstretch. Mooney and Chase Even with a little damage, he's still pretty fast. Catching me on this straightaway quite a bit. 2 3/10. Like Mooney has gone in to get his car repaired and get some go-go juice. So he's not going to be doing the zero stop pit strategy. David has gotten past Joe again for the second position. Morgan's out front now, 13-second lead for him. We're driving the BMW M8 tonight. Morgan Tiggy's car of choice. We are going to be doing a Last Man Standing Motorsports endurance race. Not endurance, team race series on the Tuesday nights. Also sponsored by Grandpa's Kitchen and Stair Fittings Incorporated. They will be a two-man team event and happen every so often on a Tuesday. If you have access to the Last Man Standing Motorsports schedule, they're on there. I'll have to give you a heads up after the race because I'm not going to look it up while I'm in the car here. Slowly catching David Burgess. Joe Fierro has gotten back by. David may have had an incident up there. Drop back a couple seconds. He's now 4 seconds back off Joe Fierro, who is in second spot. Morgan now holds a 17-second lead. I am slightly crawling slightly away from Julian. Mooney is behind him. I'll have to watch that relative to see when I come out of the pits if he's going to be in front of me. He probably will be if he really pushes hard this lap, or he'll have an incident pushing real hard and lose the spot. One way or the other, we were close going into the pits. We're probably going to be close coming out. As Julian catches back up through the carousel. Need to watch the track, not the time. Too many twisty bits here. As our buddy Brett from Australia, our Kiwi, transplanted Kiwi in Australia, says. twisty bits. Watch out for Julian after it gets its fast repair. If he's able to run that quick with that thing damaged. Gallons. Get us to the end here. Got to come in this lap. Morgan still out, running another lap along with everyone else so far. No one else in the pits. Getting fuel. The end of lap 5 here, or end of lap 4, beginning of lap 5. Slowly goes in the car. He's going to get by for sure. He goes. Back to P6 goes me. Hopefully I'll be able to get past Julian again when he stops. Catching Mooney's going to be a chore. Morgan's still out front. 25 seconds now, the gap back to Joe Fierro. Joe in second spot with David in third. Julian crisscrossed around after Mooney and I have taken pit stops. He is now in the fourth position. Mooney in fifth, and I am in sixth, followed by Todd Schwartz, Gary Beal, Sean Williams, who had a first lap incident and is now back on the circuit. So Gary and Sean came in for fuel on lap 4. Morgan may be trying to run trimmed out fuel and run all the way around all the laps without pitting, which is very possible and very doable. I ran a light fuel load, did 4 laps and came in for fuel just to make sure I didn't have any issues. If we go an extra lap, because he's not taking a pit stop or because he's trying to go without pitting, and we go 1 extra lap, that will add another 2.5 gallons of fuel that you need to get around. I have that, and then some to spare. Not that I'll need it, I don't believe, but if I do, I definitely have it. Lots of tire tracks, as you can see. Hopefully you've been able to catch the action. There's lots of cars that have gone off throughout the racetrack. On my out lap, probably won't get a time for this lap. Quickest lap so far tonight, 6:28 from Morgan Tiggy. That was his last lap that he just completed. 6:36 for Joe Fierro, also flying out there. 6:38, David Burgess. Oh, Sean is chatting. He may have switched cars for tonight's race. Julian has gone in and back out of the pits now. Comes out right in front of me. We're able to catch him and pass him earlier. See if we can do it again. Now that he's got the Ferrari fixed, it'd be a little tougher to catch him. We'll find out. If he puts a little pressure on Mooney, that might help. Two of them get together and battle a little bit, slow him down. It's always slower when you're battling someone else. You're watching their line and your line and trying to make sure you're not going to get past under braking or down through a little short chute or something. It looks like Julian has got his sea legs after that pit stop. Tires warmed up and he is off and running. He's not pulling away by great amounts, but he is slightly pulling away. So I would say he's going to be on Mooney's back bumper here before too long. As the three of us now just under 9 seconds apart. On this track that's 6.5 to 7 minutes around, 9 seconds is not much time. Mooney is very fast on the straightaways. Got that Corvette set up to really cook. In the twisty bits around the corners, which there are not just a few here, he does suffer slightly, so we'll see how that goes as we get bunched up through the second half of the track on lap number 6. Morgan still out front, has a commanding lead at this point over Joe Fierro. David there in third. The battle for fourth is heating up. And David is not letting Joe disappear. That gap is also just a few seconds. Mooney's trying to push harder to stay in front of Julian, who's on a charge at the moment for the fourth spot. Since the championship of this series right now is between Julian and Morgan. That is going to be the battle to take. Bang. Right. We'll see if Morgan can stay out front. If he has that 0x going, which he may, not having any pressure from everybody else, he may be running a nice smooth 0x with that 628. Julian, I don't believe, has that. I've seen his car as I went around him earlier, and it appeared to have damage on the back quarter panel. So I'm guessing he has an X or two. So that battle is going to be based on points, is where they finish. I do not see Mooney. I do not see Mooney unless he got by Gary Beal, which he looks like he may have. Mooney is in front of Gary Beal on the track as Julian comes up on Gary. And Mooney gets away. Puts a little gap there between third or fourth and fifth. Mooney may have had the advantage of catching Gary on the backstretch. Where Julian has to get by him through the twisty parts. Through these corners here at the front stretch. Julian has made it past. As Gary goes into the wall and clips the car. Wipes out the 0X and blows the handling of the car. I am done. Yeah, I'm out. It's best to just hold your line, Gary. I'll get around when I can. Yeah. 4X damage and a meatball flag. I don't have a front right tire anymore. So I can't drive at speed any longer. So we'll get some fast repair action next time around. .75 seconds ahead of 7th place, Schwartz. Wiped out a 0X, taking away 5 points and hurting the car tonight. I'm not in this for the points, I'm just in it for the race. But we have plenty of action still out there on track as Joe and Dave are still real close together out there. 5 seconds separates second and third, and Mooney, Julian are also only 3 seconds apart. Almost got by, just clipped the side of the car. Hopefully I can keep it on the track as we go around. Steering wheel's off just a little bit, but we'll be able to keep this on the road as we go around. While we're going down through a little slower now, we'll go ahead and thank our sponsor. We've got Last Man Standing Motorsports as our league. Big thanks to them. Thanks to David, Mooney, and myself, who are the admins of that league. Keeping it all running and flying and letting everybody race. We got 10 drivers out here tonight that seem to be having a pretty good time. Except for Jeff, who left early. But I think he was having a good time earlier. And then we've got Stair Fittings Incorporated, the Last Man Standing Motorsports sponsor. They sponsor the league. They also help keep all these streams on the air. They pay for the computers and repairs, things that are needed to stream. Thanks to them. Great company there, Stair Fittings Incorporated. Fine woodworking products of all kinds. Moldings, trims, handrails, stair products, much, much more. Tell them Last Man Standing Motorsports sent you. And better yet, tell them Big Wizard TV sent you. Tell them I sent you. Been down to the shop there. Salt Lake City, Utah area. Beautiful facility. Lots of action going on. They're always cutting up something down there. They make a lot of newel posts and the such. I think I just got a yellow flag for me driving around the race. That was great. I don't think I'm in that bad a shape. I've only lost 2 seconds to Todd. And Julian is now only 11 seconds in front of me. So I'm guessing maybe that was Julian's yellow flag. Mooney is out clear now. No longer 3 seconds behind Mr. Lockwood. Julian having the battle of the Nürburgring. The Nordschleife is a brutal, very treacherous racetrack. I try to get my second glove on successfully. I am now gloved after 7 laps. Let's see, let's go in the pits and fix this thing so we can keep running at normal speeds. I think Julian I'll find him there. Easy into the slowdown area. I'm not sure what's damaged. Hopefully I have a faster. There's my dude. Nope, there's only one faster. So let's watch the race. As we watch Morgan go around, and as you see me pull in the pits, because that's a terrible thing. Here we go with David Burgess, still right behind Joe Fierro. Lost a little bit, but then gained it back again, running that Cola BMW, chasing the camel painted Corvette of Joe Fierro. So Joe and David right there for second spot. Really close here, a few tenths away. They dive down into the bridge section, locking up the brakes, coming around the corner. Using every ounce of track they can get. Looks like Joe managed that one a little better than David. We'll see how it goes across this second. Down to third gear, across the bridge and up over the hill. See if either one of them can hold it flat out through there. Joe's put himself a 1.5 second lead there over the second spot. They slide through together, and David picks up a little bit, but then Joe gains it right back up. Both cars moving right along. I think maybe David might have some rear quarter panel damage there, causing some issues for him. As you can see, David just pulls right up on him on those long straight sections. When the car switches, sometimes the relative takes a minute or so to catch up. It'll bounce the numbers around a little bit. They are not 0.1 second apart. They're more like that 0.7 or 0.8, maybe even a second. I'll have to let that catch up. I didn't realize that was doing that. I'll take a little bit of, I'll work on that after the race. Right now I've got about 6 minutes of repair to sit in. Because I used the one fast repair first time in for some very, very minor damage on the car and get major damage. I don't have fast repair for it. So that was a bad move on my part. That's all right. So you watch these guys go through, coming up on the very, very high speed section of this racetrack as they come through these final turns through backwoods of the Eifel Mountains. While we have some time, we may actually be in the pits for the remainder. Yeah, we'll probably get out. Let's see if we can do some tricks here. They actually allow you to come and drive your own car on the track. Pretty interesting. As we watch this battle for second, close action. Come through the carousel, pop back out on the track through this high-speed section. Gap is now just about a half a second. David is really putting the pressure on. Joe holding steady. See how that goes. Let's see, 14.17 miles, 22 kilometers. There's no lighting on. Let's see, constructed in 1925 to 1997. As we watch this pass for second place down the backstretch, David Burgess goes by Joe Fierro on the straight. Has a little bit more speed as they come up to the start line. We'll see what happens here next. See if they can hang on together. Joe seems to have a good car in the corner. And somebody may have just popped up in the booth here with me.
I did.
Hey, what's going on?
I thought I'd watch some of this, and since I didn't make it in, so.
All right. We're watching P2, the battle for P2. David Burgess, Joe Fierro. Mooney's got fourth place locked up. Julian had a little hiccup there not too far back. And then I was trying to go around somebody as they were spinning.
Ah, that's always.
Oh, as David goes sideways, Joe goes around, does not make contact. They're in the first section of the track. David has to back it up. Joe gets a good lead off of that. He's going to take advantage of that 6 or 7. And he is gone. Morgan out front with a 36-second lead. David Burgess is now in third behind Joe Fierro. Joe now has about a 6-second gap as we go back to the leader. Watching him do some very fast laps. 6:28.9. Very, very fast. On his pit lap, he ran a 6:50. Which is faster than some people's fastest lap. Let's see, how much time have I got left? We're in the optional repairs area.
Well,
I burned my fast repair on the unnecessary stop at the beginning. I didn't need to that fast repair. But of course I turned it on because, you know, what I do. But we only had one, so when I actually did need it.
yeah.
We only have 5 minutes left in the race. Leader has gone by this lap. This may be it. I'm not sure if he got the flag.
Yeah, I wish it would tell you a little bit.
Yeah, I have flags up there, but it only tells you car that it's watching and only if it's you. So
Yeah.
it doesn't do you a lot of good. Hey, Morgan, you got a white flag out there? May have been. Very fast. We'll find out when he goes around the chart this time. The back. Todd Schwartz coming up on. Oh, he got by me for position. Pit. Oh, puts me back to 7. Well, that's a. Yeah, 10 more minutes. Yeah. Out of and stop. Gary drops off the. We'll get one more lap at least. I don't have a white flag, so I think there's another lap after this one.
Well, a little more time to race.
Hopefully those guys put enough go-go juice in their cars. But I don't think a 30-second stop or 20-second stop for fuel is going to let me catch anybody.
No.
I did have a good race going. I was in 6th position behind Julian and Mooney. Julian had an incident. Probably would have got 5th if I didn't barely clip somebody as they were spinning in front of him. I went around him as best I could, but
Yeah, that'll do it.
didn't quite make it, and actually meatballed me. If I would have stayed out, depending on how many laps I would have had to run, not sure with the meatball you can only run 3 laps. But if I would have stayed out, I would have stayed ahead of Todd.
Right.
Didn't work out tonight. Morgan Teggy is out front with a 38-second lead over second place Joe Fierro. That spin on the beginning of lap 9 for David Burgess has put him back. Now it's like 5 seconds back off of Joe. He might be quick enough to catch him. They're just coming around through the very tight section past the carousel, through the woods, through the forest. Still got about 1:45 on the clock. So Morgan is going to catch this lap number 10 with a white flag. Had 2 dropout. Jeff Wyatt had an incident on lap 2. And he dropped after that. Gary Beal made it through 6 laps. Or made it through 5, I guess. Turned in the towel.
Well, this is a rough track to race on at times.
There are lots of tight corners, blind corners, off-camber corners. If you know of a corner type, it is here. There's hairpins, there's carousels, there's long sweeping S's. Just about everything you can think of.
And a lot of corners.
Yeah.
It's a lot to remember.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Unless you're like, the few people in the league that just love this track, like Tim, me, Michael, who we race it so much, we've learned it every corner. But I
Yeah.
still forget where I'm at, and I think I'm supposed to take the left, and nope, that was a right, and
That ends it quick.
it ends it quick. It just takes a second to look down, look back up, and think, yeah, that's no, wrong corner, and you're off.
Yeah, and if you go
Hopefully
look
you
at
don't wreck.
if you look at times or watch relatives or anything like that, you're just asking for it.
Pretty much, you gotta train yourself. Save that stuff for the long straightaway,
Yeah.
because there you have time to do it.
Well, unless somebody has an issue, I don't think the order on the track has got much chance of changing at this point. Morgan is out front. Joe Fierro in second. Oh no, I take that back. David Burgess has caught Joe Fierro after his spin at the beginning of lap 8. Now they're on lap 9 together, and they are back within a second. So hopefully the show on the camera stream is watching them.
It is.
Best action out there on the track right now. Joe has actually gotten by him a few times. Mostly on the straightaway he can get him. So this being the last lap with those two guys right next to each other, if David's just patient, his car is quicker on the long straight. So if David is just patient and waits, he should be able to get him on that long straight before the finish line. But that's the main question, right? Is he patient? Will he wait? He's coming up on a pretty high speed section of the track right now. We'll see if he waits or if he pushes. As I come around for the white flag. Final lap at the Nürburgring. They actually fixed up the car pretty good. It feels good.
Always a plus.
Yeah. It wasn't that bad before, so I guess it didn't take much. Still took him 10 minutes to get it done.
And he passed him.
Before the straight. David has got second spot. Oh, and he's pulling away. He's actually putting a little gap in. That is a very, very high speed section of the track coming into the hard braking zone. Over the jump. Cars actually catch air going through that jump. Mine does. Depends on when I hit the brakes, whether or not they lock up. Put a few skid marks. Yeah, I've put a few skid marks there. A few more corners for our leader, who is now on the backstretch. Sean Williams, also on the backstretch, finishing up his race. He is a lap down to the leader in the 8th position. Morgan comes around for the win. Good job, Morgan. Nice win. And the battle for second is still on. They're coming around the last couple corners. Joe is not letting it go down easy. I just don't think he has enough for Gary through that last section. Or for David during that last section. David Burgess takes the checkered flag for second place. Joe Fierro in third, as Michael Mooney is just in front of me now. Oh, Julian is in front of him. Mooney may have had a problem, allowing Julian Lockwood to take that fourth position from him. Hey, come on up to the booth, guys. Do you want to go down to the... There he is. Hey, David.
Whew, man.
Wow, what a battle, huh?
I can breathe now.
Congrats on your second place finish. You were hauling the mail and then decided to let him by a few times.
Yeah, I'd get in front, and then suddenly I didn't have anybody to follow, and I I get used to using him as my markers, and then I'd get in front, and then I just couldn't. Okay, give me a minute. I got to breathe again. That was an hour of my knuckles are crunchy right now.
Morgan, nice victory. Great laps out there. 6:28.9 in race trim.
Hey, thank you very much.
Yeah, that was just too fast for everyone else, Morgan. It was good.
Yeah, you were flying.
That was a race for second.
Yeah.
Julian had second, or not Julian, Joe. Joe had second spot a few times, but couldn't hang on to it on that long straight. It looks like he had you on that straightaway.
I
Yeah,
he
on
took
the
some
out
damage.
lap, I damaged my front fender, so the straight speed wasn't there.
Ah,
Inside, I was able to, to hold David a little bit, but once we got to the straights, I didn't have anything.
It's so odd how differently those cars perform. There are sectors in that track where I was clearly faster, and then other sections where he was just gone.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was watching it pretty good. I did have a little incident with Gary there. He spun in front of me, and I clipped the side of his car and gave me a meatball flag, so I wasn't able to run at pace. And then I went in to get it fixed, and my fast repair was already gone, so I had to sit there for an extra 5 minutes.
I have to say I did reel in my one fast repair, so I can't even call that legit. So,
and then Julian takes over the fourth spot on the final lap of the race. Julian here with us? No, he's not. Mooney's still finishing up the lap, but he must have had some damage because he's going extremely slow across the line here.
This track is always fun.
Yeah,
always.
Very challenging. Very challenging.
You know, some people were saying that they don't like the track, but I think that this track has, if you took every racetrack on the planet and sort of boiled them down into one, that's what this is.
Well, I think David and I were actually just talking about that. David Visser's here from the league, our league admin here in the booth with us. He and I were just talking about how it has every corner possible out here on the track.
You can take the same car and have a dozen people in the same car and choose a dozen different setups, and they'll be fast in sector 2 but slow in sector 3. And it in the long run, it almost ends up being a wash.
Yeah,
it's truly driving style that brings it to the end. And I think that's what Morgan had going today.
Well, Morgan happens to like it.
Well, I ran his setup, so there it is. Driving style. He nails it.
Morgan's pretty quick around here. I think I've seen him. He may have done that in other cars. Well, beat everybody by taking us all to school.
It may have happened once or twice.
Maybe. We'll We'll
Gotta
leave it
check
for
the
the
replay.
announcer. Yeah, we'll leave it for the announcers after the race. So let's check. Oh, it doesn't. I need to wait for standing. I'll stand post our winners, but we know the order. We had Morgan out front, second place. David Burgess. Joe Fierro tried to catch it back up there in the last few corners. Didn't quite have enough and hangs on for third. Fourth place goes to Julian Lockwood, still down in the lobby with Mooney, who ends up in fifth. Todd Schwartz takes sixth spot as I was hanging out in the pit lane for 7. So he got by me for the P6 area. I ended up in 7. Sean, you got a P8 out there. Had a little rough start, but seemed like you rolled pretty good after that.
Yeah, it didn't help with 25 minutes of repair.
Yeah.
No fast repair. It just wasn't my night tonight.
Where you used your fast repair early, huh?
Yeah, I got into a small incident with a wall early.
Yeah. That happens. That happens here. Nürburgring is a love-hate relationship. You love to drive it, you hate to wreck it. It's always a fun time. We'll go ahead and here's our standings. We got results. Morgan with fastest lap on lap number 5 with a 6:28.9. That is,
Wow.
I mean, if there was mail in the car, you were hauling it. David Burgess takes the second spot. His quickest lap was 6:34, real close to Joe's 6:35. Is ended up just about a second and a half apart at the line. Julian Lockwood does end up grabbing that P4 over Michael. Todd Schwartz, myself, Gary Beal, Sean Williams at the end with Jeff Wyatt dropping out. Thanks everybody for watching. This is Big Wizard TV. We are broadcasting for Last Man Standing Motorsport, sponsored by Grandpa's Kitchen, primary sponsor for the GTE series. Grandpa's Kitchen for all of your gluten-free needs. They have flours, mixes, all kinds of recipes. Great stuff out there. Check them out, grandpaskitchen.com. And our primary league sponsor, Stairfit Corporate. Thanks, guys, for being out there for us. It's helping us put on the show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. They usually do watch the streams, so have a good time watching tonight. We'll see everybody on the next one. We'll be here real soon. Here comes Mooney right at the end of the broadcast as we're trying to close it down.
Trying to get 2 seconds of fame.
2 seconds of fame. Mooney with his P5 finishes top 5. Almost had a great race for 4, but did something on the last lap. Ends up in the wall and crawled it back to the finish line.
I slid it. It slid in, got into the dirt, and so I killed it, and it was just done, and gave it up to Julian because I overdrove it just a hair.
Yeah, that happens. All right. Well, we're out of time tonight on the broadcast. Thanks everybody again. We're going to bring this to a close. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for racing. Thanks to our sponsors, Stair Fitting, Grandpa's. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Ron.
Hi, everybody.
Good night,
Good
guys.
stuff. Thanks.